This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed author, KYLE Kane. Hello, Kyle. How are you?
I'm great, Will. How about yourself?
Oh, Kyle, doing so much better now that we're finally speaking after months on the books. And you live in one of the most gorgeous parts of this great country, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Have you been there your whole life?
I have. I have lived in Bucks County my entire 39, almost 40 years. Yes.
Oh, well, it's a beautiful place to live. In my performing years, I told you off camera, my twin brother Anthony and I would often somehow once a year make a trek out there, whether it was a public or private event. What a place to create, my friend, and talk about creations. I mean, obviously, you have a knack for the crime thriller murder mystery genre, but we were also talking off camera about you heading into other genres as well. But talk first a little bit about how you got into the whole murder mystery crime thriller genre of writing.
Sure, that's a great question. I have only recently started writing, I guess, professionally over the last year or so. I have got inspired to write since I was in first grade when my first grade teacher inspired me to just keep writing, don't stop using your imagination. And I developed quite a knack for watching and consuming as many films as possible. And one of the earliest films that I can remember is a film called The Usual Suspects, and it's a great film, and it really kind of triggered something in me that, hey, you don't just need to tell a story, and you don't need to give away everything to the reader until the very end. And that really opened up, my imagination to start writing crime thrillers, murder mysteries, that kind of thing.
That's amazing, Kyle. And do you think there was something also about this time, these past 2 years in particular, investigating what really makes us tick as artists, and you just saying, you know what, life's short. Let me just go after this childhood dream.
I actually started writing my first book that I recently published in October. I started writing it about 9 years ago, and
Wow.
life just happens, and I just never got the opportunity to pick it back up. It wasn't until my wife actually suggested, hey, that book you were writing like 9 years ago, whatever happened to that? And I started giving it some thought. And I'm like, you know what, let me just play around with it. And next thing you know, I've got 2 books in the series, and I've got 3 more coming on the way.
That's incredible. And I want to let our audience know for more on KYLE Kane, and in ordering those books, you can get them by going to the links below. And the books that you are talking about, of course, are Toxic Manifestations and Lethal Obsessions. Am I correct?
Correct.
And talk to me a little bit about the books that you have coming down the pike, not only within that series, but you were talking a little bit about off camera, heading into maybe some other genres as well.
Right. So I primarily have written my books based on murder mystery crime thrillers. However, I have a third book in the same series coming out this year. I also have a family life drama book coming out also this year. Very different, obviously different genre, different type of story. But I felt very passionate about the story itself. I have ideas that come to me from absolutely anywhere. I was actually inspired by an interview I saw of Stephen King back in the late 80s, where somebody asked him, where do you come up with these crazy ideas? And he said, I observe life and I ask, what if? So I've taken a very similar approach in how I've developed some of my stories. And yes, now I range beyond the murder mystery genre.
I love it. And I'm curious to know, I wasn't able to really deep dive into your books, but as we know, the great Stephen King, my favorite author of all time, takes, really sets a lot of his books in where he's from, in Bangor, Maine, correct? And is there
Correct.
any sort of Bucks County through line in your books or no?
So all of my books so far all take place within different parts of Bucks County, faring from Levittown to Fairless Hills.
I know, but again, I just love this whole notion, and I think this is why people now more than ever, especially when we're binge watching all of the Netflix shows, people are leaning into these murder mysteries, crime thrillers now more than ever, because it really is real life. Oh my God, that could have happened in my hometown.
Right. Absolutely. I try to instill a sense of realism And I pride myself on doing a lot of the detailed research to make sure that I get the facts correct in my book. So that's something that I see a lot in the Amazon reviews that I get, where people are saying, hey, you know what? I really appreciate a lot of the detail and the research that went into making this as accurate as it is.
I love it. Well, listen, Kyle, I could speak with you all day. Again, I want to let the audience know, for more on the incredible Kyle Kane, you can read more about him right below this video. And also, I cannot wait for Marty Scorsese or some director, maybe it'll be little old Will Nunziata, doing and taking your books and creating a series or a movie, because it just seems like that is going to be something that's going to happen sooner rather than later for you.
That would be awesome.
And I'm sure your wife, Colleen, reminds you of that every day as well.
Absolutely, she does.
Well, it's amazing to have that support system. Hello, Colleen out there. And again, Kyle, I'm so excited you're coming on board this amazing new social media app, FENIX360. But I'm also so excited that we are now connected.
Absolutely. I'm excited and appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you.